Right now is the easiest time in history to get ahead of 99% of businesses for the simple reason that most teams don't know how to implement AI the right way. We've spent the last 3 years helping businesses properly implement AI, and our entire business is built around this. So today I'm giving away the blueprint for free, my top 5 ways to use AI to get ahead of 99% of businesses, even if you're a complete beginner. Before we dive in, let me set some expectations. Most content around AI is just surface level ChatGPT tips or what are the best AI tools to use. This isn't that, and we have plenty of other videos on our channel covering those topics. What I'll share in this video comes from training over 5,000 business professionals. These are the fundamental strategies that create actual transformation, not just productivity hacks. So if you're ready for the real playbook, let's get into it. The first one is going to seem so obvious when I say it, but the reality is most companies, even billion-dollar companies, aren't doing this yet. And here's why it matters. If you skip this step, every other strategy that I'm about to share falls apart. Your team will hit walls constantly, they'll get frustrated, they'll quietly decide, hey, AI doesn't really work for us. Not because AI failed, but because you set them up to fail from day one. Point number 1, give everyone paid AI accounts. Sounds simple, right? But here's what we see all the time. Companies say, yeah, our team's using AI, but when you look closer, everyone's using their own personal free ChatGPT account. And here's what really gets me. As a business leader, what signal are you sending if you're not willing to invest in AI? You pay for Slack so your team can communicate, you pay for Asana so people can manage their tasks, but you really won't pay $25 a month per employee for the technology that is fundamentally changing how work gets done. That is a signal, and your team reads it loud and clear. Beyond the signal, free accounts genuinely limit your team. You get weaker models, rate limits during critical work, and limited context windows. But what you're really missing with the paid team plans, you unlock collaboration features and company knowledge. Collaboration means you can build custom GPTs or Claude projects and share them across your entire team. So when marketing builds a tool for writing email campaigns, sales can use it too. You're not starting from scratch every time, you're building shared infrastructure. And business plans in ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude all come with company knowledge search. Your AI can connect to Google Drive, Slack, GitHub, your knowledge bases. AI stops being this external tool that you feed information into and becomes something that already understands your business. Now here's the pro move. Most companies stop there. They give everyone ChatGPT Plus and call it a day. We're an AI first company now. But what the top 1% realize, different teams need different tools. Your marketers should be using Claude. It is the best at writing copy. Your product managers get more value from ChatGPT with its brainstorming and voice features. Your engineers, let them test the new Gemini 3 model that's breaking benchmarks on agentic coding. The key is letting each team use the model that's right for their use case. So that's step 1, give your team proper AI access. But even when you do this, your team is still getting mediocre generic results. That's because there's one critical thing missing. The results you get from AI are drastically impacted by the context you can give it, which brings us to point number 2, codify your knowledge. Most teams are just typing requests into ChatGPT from scratch every single time and getting generic responses back. Let me show you what the alternative looks like. This is our YouTube videos database in our Notion, and we use this to plan all of the videos we produce for this channel. And whenever a video is ready to publish, the transcript automatically gets added here. Now, before we can upload this to YouTube, we also need to write the description that appears below the video. Now, watch this. All I'm going to do is tell the AI to generate the description, and AI is now writing the description for us, including breaking down all the chapters with perfect timestamps. Now, the reason why it was able to generate that perfect description is because it already knows exactly how we write our descriptions because we documented it once right here. This is a detailed doc outlining exactly how our YouTube descriptions should be written, and it doesn't live in someone's head. We've codified our knowledge and made it available to AI. And we've done the exact same thing with the AI and automation tutorials that are on our website. Here in Claude, we've set up a Claude project, the 9x tutorial writer. Here we've given it specific instructions about how it should write our tutorials and given it access to example files. Now, when I wanted to create a tutorial for this task manager AI agent that we built in N8N, all I had to do was give it the transcript of the video of me explaining how this agent is built, as well as the N8N workflow. And now Claude writes this full detailed tutorial in the exact format that we use on our website, including recommendations about what screenshots should be included. We documented the structure once, and now AI follows the template every single time we need to write a tutorial, and this is shared across the whole team. So what's actually happening here? Codifying your knowledge is about building structured knowledge systems that AI can reference. Your processes, your positioning and messaging, how you answer customer questions, examples of good work. When you document these things once, AI stops guessing what you want and starts delivering what you actually need. And here is why this is so critical. It is your IP, your intellectual property, your brand, your style. You're not leaving AI to make decisions. Rather, AI is executing on your mission, your process, your voice. Generic AI gives you generic results that could come from anyone, but when you codify your knowledge, you're getting outputs that could only come from your company. The format doesn't matter. Notion, Confluence, Google Docs, whatever works for your team. What matters is creating a structure so AI becomes an extension of your team, not a replacement. Now, codifying your knowledge gets you better results when you're working with AI directly, but the real business impact, that comes when AI starts working without you even being there. This is where 99% of companies get stuck. Using ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, you can get massive personal productivity gains, but it still requires someone manually opening the tool, asking the question, copying the output. There's a human in the loop every single time. What the top 1% of businesses are already doing, they're having AI run processes in the background, which brings us to point number 3, shift to automated AI. AI chat tools make you the bottleneck. Nothing happens until you open the app. But with automated AI, work happens whether you're there or not. Let me show you what that looks like. This is our sales pipeline channel in Slack, and proactively, without anyone asking, our AI agent reviews our open deals. It does a full analysis of the deal and shows us exactly where we're dropping the ball. You can see here, follow-up task deadline passed, and a week later, still no follow-up sent despite promising materials. It gives us its analysis of the deal and specific recommendations. You can see here, send promised materials today, propose concrete next steps in the email. Here's the big difference. No one is opening ChatGPT and asking, what should we do about our sales pipeline? The AI is proactively reaching out when we need to act. And for us, this is massive. My co-founders and I are not sales experts, but now we basically have a head of sales kicking us in the butt, making sure deals don't slip through the cracks. This is the shift you need to make. Stop thinking about AI as a tool you use. Start thinking about AI as a team member that automates part of your workflow. That's where the real leverage comes from. Now, if you're starting to see the power of automated AI, but wondering how to actually roll this out across your entire organization, we've created a free AI starter course. Lesson 1 walks you through the complete AI-first operations playbook, including the new roles you need and how to drive this transformation across your teams. It is completely free. The link is in the description. Just look for AI starter course. All right, so we want to automate with AI, but here's the big question everyone has. How the hell do we actually build this stuff? Let me show you a framework we use with every company we work with. It's called the AI First Tool Stack. And there are 4 ways companies can deploy AI. In the bottom left, we have the first category, AI chat. This is ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. These are super low effort because you just need to give everyone access, but it's limited in terms of impact because someone still needs to manually trigger it. That's what we covered in point 1. Next up, AI SaaS, AI that's ready to go out of the box. We're seeing these everywhere now for copywriting, answering support tickets, generating images. These are definitely helpful. Again, very low effort to implement, but in terms of impact, you're limited to whatever features the tool decides to build. So those 2 are useful, but the real transformation happens in the next 2 categories. Top right, you have custom AI. These are big projects that you build from scratch. A perfect example here is Klarna. Klarna built an AI customer service chatbot that handles the equivalent of 700 full-time agents. AI resolves customer inquiries in under 2 minutes, and satisfaction scores are actually better than when humans handled it. This resulted in an estimated $40 million worth of profit in the first year alone. But here's the catch. Klarna had around 40 AI engineers working 9 to 12 months on this, and that's just simply not an option for most businesses. Then there's this middle space, what we call no-code AI. Tools like N8N, Make, Zapier, Airtable, Notion, or agent builders like Relevance and Lindy are making it easier than ever for business people, non-technical people, to build their own automations for their own processes. And because of this, the people who actually understand the work can now build the automations themselves. Which brings us to point number 4, your business people become AI builders. In the past, if you wanted to automate something, you needed engineers. You'd write the requirements, that would sit in the dev queue, maybe it gets built in 3 months. By that time, the process has probably changed. But now the big shift, the people who understand the work can build the automation themselves. And this is critical. Domain expertise cannot be replaced. A marketing person knows the ins and outs of how campaigns should be run better than any engineer ever could. A customer care person knows exactly how to handle edge cases because they deal with them every single day. When the person with the domain expertise can build build the tools, you get better solutions faster. You're not replacing people, you're giving them the ability to hand off the repetitive, mundane parts of their work to AI and automation. Now your specialists stay specialized and they're not bogged down in repetitive tasks. We're even seeing a new role emerge, the Business Automation Manager, and it has an absolutely amazing acronym, BAM. These are technical business people who understand the operations and can build the systems. Companies have a few options here. First of all, train your current operators, your CRM manager, your RevOps, your head of growth, the people already running the processes. That's what we do with our AI Builder program. Or hire someone into this role if you're scaling up. The key is having the expertise in-house, not outsourcing it to an agency that doesn't understand your business. So now you have your team trained up, they can build, but the question everyone asks is what should they actually be building? And this brings us to point 5, create your automation roadmap. This is where companies waste the most time. They learn how to automate, they get excited, and they start building everything. 2 months later, they've automated a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. The truth is you need a system for identifying the right AI use cases. I'm going to give you 3 frameworks we use with every company we work with. First is the 3 R's, repetitive, rule-based, routine. You're looking for tasks that are done the same way every time, follow clear step-by-step rules, and don't require creative problem solving. Think of things like entering data into systems, approving low amount invoices, sending deadline reminders. These are your automation targets. Second framework, map your processes by time and frequency. So here's a simple matrix. The vertical axis is frequency, how often you do this task, and the horizontal axis is time, how long it takes you each time you do it. Top right-hand corner, high frequency, high time. These are your stars. You do them all the time, and each time takes forever. Automate these in priority. Top left, high frequency, low time. These are small wins. Each one only takes about 5 to 10 minutes, but you're doing them 5 to 6 times a day. These are massive distractions. Automate them too. Bottom right, low frequency, high time. These are investments. Think weekly reports, monthly reports. Evaluate these case by case. Bottom left, low frequency, low time. These are the time wasters. Do not automate these. You do them once every 3 months, they take 10 minutes. By the time you build the automation, the process will have changed. Just keep doing them manually. By the way, we've actually created a complete AI automation roadmap based on this time frequency matrix. This is what we use with the companies that we train to map out their processes and prioritize what to automate. We teach the full methodology in our AI Builder program. The link is in the description if you want to check that out. Let me give you one more framework. This one is critical. Look at what you don't do today. We've got this nice little Venn diagram, and here on the left is what you currently do, and then on the right is what AI can do. And right now, everyone's focusing on this middle part. There's a lot of fear here about AI is going to take our jobs, AI is going to replace us. And sure, the overlap is probably much greater than we're demonstrating here. We are embellishing a little bit, but what everyone misses is this area here on the right. Think of what you're not doing today that AI could do for you. A perfect example for us is replying to YouTube comments. We want to respond to every comment, but we simply don't have time. We're a small team running a business and a YouTube channel. So we set up an AI agent. A new comment comes in, it pings us in Slack with a suggested response. I can quickly adjust it, but without this agent, I would never get around to replying. The agent is helping us do something that we literally weren't doing before. This is the opportunity. Stop only thinking about replacing existing work. Start thinking about what new things become possible when AI can handle them. So those are the 5 ways to get ahead of 99% of businesses with AI. Give everyone access, codify your knowledge, shift to automated AI, turn your business people into builders, and create your automation roadmap. But knowing what to do is only half the equation. You also need to know which tools to actually use. I've personally tested hundreds of AI tools. Most of them aren't worth your time, but a handful of them can genuinely save you dozens of hours every week. So click here to watch the full breakdown of the best AI tools for everything from personal productivity to building powerful automations to transforming your entire operations. I'll see you in the next one.